Hello guys and welcome to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about idle skilling. So I want to give a shout out to Father Killer who supported me on Patreon, so thank you so much. If you guys want to help support me on Patreon in helping me make better quality videos, put more content on my channel, and just overall supports me, the link will be in the description below. Alternatively, if you do want to talk to me away from YouTube, I do have a Discord, so if you've got any questions you want to ask me or just want to talk to me directly, then I will put a link into the description to my Discord channel, so you can add me, I'll accept, and we can start talking, answer questions and stuff like that. So it'll be fun if you want to do that. Also, I'm coming up to almost 500 subscribers, so I want to do something for my 500 sub video, so I'm taking requests. Give your ideas out in the comment section below, and I might pick one of you guys once I hit 500 subs to do that for you guys as a thank you for supporting me. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to go into this video. So honestly, in this video I'm going to be talking about the Asylum Bosses and also the shrines. Now there are a couple of things that you should know. So the Asylum Bosses are like the raid bosses, however they're vastly more difficult to kill, and also you know, you're gonna need a lot of damage. So a few things is you're gonna need a lot of damage. So I think the damage works like this: you get the normal damage like what you start with at the beginning of the game, then once you hit the max on the normal damage, you get the blue damage, which I think is called the crystal damage. And then after the crystal damage, once you've maxed that out, you go to the purple damage, which is classed as the Nova damage. So if you've got anything above the normal damage, so if you've got crystal damage like me, which is a light blue colour, then you're going to be really good and you can go into the Asylum Bosses. If you've got anything less, then I suggest staying away from the Asylum Bosses, otherwise you're going to have a pretty hard time to deal with it. Next thing you should do is try and get as much endurance, health as possible, and attack as possible. So, you know, try and get as much shields as you can, as much health as you can, anything that'll help you stay in the battle longer will help you guys out. And also the third thing is, as you can see down at the bottom, if I go here, we got this claw, poison, meteor, and there so on. But if we got the yellow toggle at the bottom, if I press that and I toggle it again, we got this mark spell. Now it is good if you can try and get this perk done to max. So where is that? So it's here, so if you can max this out, then it will help you so much with the Asylum Bosses. Yes, it makes your monsters or any of the opponents that you go against more difficult to kill, but with the Asylum Bosses you'll get more resources by using the mark, so keep that in mind. So we're going to go over to our Asylum Bosses. So like the raid bosses, you get a key every 120 minutes. Now unlike the raid bosses, where you can get a perk that gives you double keys every 120 minutes, you don't get double keys for this, and I don't think there's anything that you can do to get double keys every 120 minutes. Not at this point in time. Whether they do in the future is beyond me. Now you can spend gems to get more keys, but I'm too poor for that, so I'm not going to do that. So we got 4 doors when we go into here. So we got the first one, which is the Amygdala. The second one, which we got the Oculon. The third one, which is the Scalius. And also the fourth one, which is the Gorshank. Now above the doors we got light, so it means that how many keys you've done to defeat that monster. So the Amygdala, I've killed the Daydream, the Chaotic, the Hectic, but which is the lights that have come on, but I haven't killed Nightmare yet, because obviously that is a bit too difficult for me to do. I told you it's massively more difficult to kill these things. So the first thing, and then the second one is the Oculon. I've got Daydream and Chaotic that I've defeated. The Scallion, it's the Scallius, which is the Daydream, and the Chaotic that I've done. And then we got the Gorshank, which I am too low level in order to kill Chaotic at all. Even without Mark actually put on, I can't kill it. So I can kill the first Daydream, which cost 1 key, but I can't kill anything else. So if we go back onto the first door, we've got the Daydream, which costs 1 key, the Chaotic, which costs 3 keys, the Hectic, which costs 7 keys, and the Nightmare that costs 15 keys, and that's across the board. So, you know, even if you kill the second Chaotic, it will cost you 3 keys. Even with the last one, it will cost you 15 keys as well. So it's pretty much the same as the raid bosses. But anyway, let's go into one of them. So I'm going to try and do Chaotic Amygdala for you guys to check out. So this is how I do it. So I click on here, we go open. So as you can see, I've got 90 keys at the moment. So if I press open, I've still got 90 keys. Now that won't leave until I press knock and the boss comes. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to see if you can kill it at that level anyway. But why I says that you need Mark is because if you got Mark and you use it, then what happens is once they drop resources, so each of the bosses drop resources which you can upgrade the shrines with. But once they drop resources, they drop more resources than they would if you didn't have Mark. So if you are overpowered, then press on Mark and just use it that way. So we're going to press knock. Obviously, it's used 3 keys. And also, if you got this seal where it says 1 at the side of it, I'd suggest not using it. As you can see, we've got more resources there. But as you can see, with the seal, I think that if you press the seal where it says 1 next to it, I think I'll lose a key doing that, but I'm not going to do it because obviously I don't really want to lose 4 keys for it. So we're back on here, so we can either go back into this by pressing knock or continue on. Again, you got to keep pressing Mark after every time you killed it. So if I press Mark, as you can see, I've got 201 block. Mark right now, so we're gonna knock once more. We got 250 instead, and also it gives us more resources than if I didn't have the thingy done. So that's it for this. I'm not going to show you guys anymore. Now we can exit, which will take us back to our training screen, or I can press Hall, which will go back to here, so I can kill any other bosses. So next thing is the shrine. Oh, one more thing with this as well. So if you end up getting to the last one, so if I go to my Amygdala and I go onto my Nightmare mode, if you are so overpowered and you're in Nova mode, then you will have, okay, let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Obviously, you've got this little bell at the end. So if you're in Nightmare mode, as you can see, we've got T health. Now, if we press the bell, as you can see, it says Q health, and then you can go up that way, and you can see how many bell rings you've done. So you can do more levels by doing Nightmare mode, but it'll cost you 15 keys to do. So make sure that you've got you can actually kill it before actually starting ringing the bell, if you know, that way. So we're going to go back to Hall, and now we're going to go to Shop. So obviously, again, we got 4 doors. Now, honestly, we got this one, which is our first. So if we go back to our thingy, so the first door corresponds with all the resources we get from the Amygdala in the shop. The second door corresponds with all the resources that we get with Oculon. The third door with Scallius, and the fourth door with Gorshanks. So that's how it works. So we'll press on that, and then you've got options. So we've got Wrath, which is on our first door. The first upgrade, we've got Wrath, which obviously increases our damage for each strength level above 50 by 1% every level. Obviously, the more it costs quite a lot to do. I've got that to level 10. I think after about level 5, it'll say cost, and then however many of those resources you get from the Asylum Bosses. And then underneath, after level 5, it'll need resources from other departments, such as the fishing, or the ores, or the farming and stuff like that. So, you know, yeah, it gets relatively expensive if you're not careful. We've got the Prodigious, which I'm currently at level 8, which gives me a plus 8% bonus, to all stats to all tinkering equipment. Again, after level 5, you get extra, you need to pay extra resources. And then the last one for our first door is the Recoup, which I've got level 13, which gives me a 19.5% chance to not level up materials in smithing and brewing. Which is fantastic. I want this one up a little bit more, but I need to have a lot more resources for that. The second door we have on the shrines is, the first one is the second door. The first one is Scavenge. So Scavenge is currently a level 6 for me, and I get a plus 30% bonus to all forms of resource collection. That's pretty good, to say the least. The second one, we got Heavy Cash. So I've currently got a level 1 for this, which I have a plus 60% speed and 126% cash. Now the issue with this one is, if I toggle back to my 0, I get a plus 100% speed and plus 100% cash. So Heavy Cash, yes, it's really good if you do want cash, but it will decrease your speed exponentially if you're not careful, if you put too many levels into it. So that's why I haven't leveled that up much more than I have. If I get more speed, then probably yes, but until I do, then I'm going to keep that Heavy Cash as 1. And then we got the Talent, which is currently at level 5 and starts with 3% experience when any skill levels up. So let's say, for example, my strength levels up straight away. Instead of starting at 0%, I start at 3% from my strength. And with all of the things or all of the skills around the game, apart from H2O. H2O seems to start from 0% after every level up. From the third door, we have Eviscerate, which is currently at mine is a level 6, and I'll get 9% of kills affect the next monster and affects up to one's monster. So what happens is, if I kill like 200,000 monsters of the current enemy, then I get 6% of the current enemy onto my next enemy. So I can potentially miss a monster and go on to the next one if I wanted to. The next one is Hydrate, which is currently a level 7, which gives me a plus 11 starting H2O levels and a plus 7% chance for my H2O to level up twice rather than once, which is good. And then we got the Best Rest, which I currently have at level 4, and it gives me a plus 2% idle gains on all screens. So each level will give me a 0.5% idle gains on all screens. I haven't really been focusing on trying to optimize these at the moment, because I'm still a low level, unable to get very many resources at the moment. So I've not really been bothering with doing some of these, but I really should. And then we got the last one, which is pretty much the best one if you can kill the last door on the Asylum Bosses. So the first one is the power, which is currently at level 4, and it'll give me a plus 40% damage, plus 60% health, and a plus 16% hatchery experience. So apparently there's pets in the games, which honestly I haven't even come across, so once I do or figure out any information on it, I will come to you guys with that. So that is a good one, but considering I can only do the last door on the first mode, the Daydream, and even using Mark can get about 2-3 resources max, so it's going to take me a long time to even level up them by using the Daydream on that one. The second one is chain level, which currently I'm at level 2, which gives me an 8% chance to trigger a chain when leveling up any skill. I think that's only for the strength, the attack, and also the endurance. I think those are the only ones it can do it on. I mean, if I'm wrong, then please tell me. You start at a level 6%, and then when you level up, I think it's like every 2%. So the next one's not going to be 12% chance, it's going to be a 10% chance. For you guys just wondering about that. And then the last one, which is Brewery, which potions start with a 0% full brew bar after they level up. I'm not really focused on leveling up my potions at the moment because they're becoming quite expensive to do that. So I'm going to wait just a tad for me to have more damage. I can get further on into the game. So I'm not going to be doing that one. So it's either going to be chain level or the power, which will give me a lot more power, which I'll be focusing on more throughout the whole thing. So that's pretty much it for these ones. I mean, they have a load of good cards that they drop as well. I think there's like a 1 in 100% chance that they drop. 1 in 100? Yeah, 1 in 100%? No, that's wrong. 1 in 100 chance that they will drop. So what I'm trying to do is I've already got this card right here, the Oculent X, which isn't really good. So what I'm going to probably do is I'm probably going to try and get Gorshank, do the Daydream, and just spend all my keys on this one just to get the resources and hopefully get a card from it. But as soon as the cards come out, I am looking to do card videos as well, so hopefully you guys will wait for that. But anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I tried to cram as much information about the Asylum bosses and what I figured about them as well. So if you do like the videos, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and also remember I do have a Discord, and also if you have any ideas for what you want me to do for my 500 sub, like my hit, when I hit 500 subscribers, then please put a comment in the comment section below and I might take your idea and do something with it. So anyway, I hope you all enjoy this video. I'll see you all soon. Ta-ra.